Michael, you guys are early this morning. We got Michael, we got Selma. If you're still here, maybe just stop by to leave a like. I appreciate that. Michael says first in chat. Selma says hey to Michael. Give me a second, guys. Just a second. Um, hey Danny. Danny, how are you? You're here early as well. Um, I'm going to start with lesson 109 from A Course in Miracles, right off the bat. Danny says, good morning to Michael and hey to Selma. You know, of course, Course in Miracles mentions God quite a bit, but not your concept of God. Talks about a God without concept, a God without that doesn't require belief, doesn't require acts, doesn't require anything, just reality, an all accepting reality of this present moment. So if you don't like the term God, pick one that resonates with your heart. It could be the Tao, Christ consciousness, Buddha consciousness, Krishna. Doesn't matter. Simply doesn't matter. Find a term that works for you. For a long time, when I first started studying a course, because I had left Christianity behind, I was practicing yoga. I did not want to, and even yoga is a path towards God realization. I did not want to use the term God because I left that thought system behind. Went to Catholic school, wasn't very happy with it. The reason why I embraced yoga and aspects of Buddhism, I wouldn't say aspects of Buddhism, all of Buddhism, because Christianity didn't work for me. So I thought. And of course, the thought system itself doesn't work, but opening your heart to the presence of Christ, Christ is a title, Christos, the anointed one. You are the anointed one. I am the anointed one. We are all the anointed ones. The thing is, we get so caught up in the concept of what people bring us, teachers, clergy, books, that we believe that is true, that is the truth, and that's reality, but it isn't. That's why a course says words are but symbols of symbols twice removed. Or the Tao De Jing begins with the Tao that can be told is not the true Tao. The God that can be described by book or clergy is not truly God. It's only your concept of God. The actuality of the moment is all that's required. The actuality of the moment itself. That's why one of my favorite lines in the course is, let's see, Danny says, everything okay, Yogi? Yep, it is. How about you, my friend? How are you? The one holy true thing that one can say about the past is that it's not here. Which brings us to the present moment, which is free of concepts until we introduce one. And that the present moment will even hold a concept, but it won't make it real. It'll just hold it, because that's the thought that we have. So that brings us to right now, of course. This is lesson 109. I rest in God. It's a nice prayer to begin the day. We ask for today, we ask for rest today, and quietness unshaken by the world's appearance. We ask for peace and stillness in the midst of all the turmoil born of clashing dreams. We ask for safety and for happiness, although we seem to look on danger and sorrow. And we have the thought that will answer our asking with what we request. Let's see, Danny says, I'm doing good. I was just feeling something can explain. That's why I asked. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you checking in. That's pretty it's pretty important to honor that intuition that we have. You know what I mean? So if we just entertain that thought, I rest in God. This is further along in lesson 109. I rest in God. This thought will bring you to the rest and quiet, peace and stillness, and the safety and the happiness you seek. I rest in God. This thought has power to wake the sleeping truth in you, whose vision sees beyond appearances to that same truth in everyone and everything there is. Here's the end of suffering for all the world and everyone who ever came, and yet will come to linger for a while. Here is a thought in which the Son of God is born again to recognize itself. So, if we say, I rest in God, and we truly seek this moment in which we do, it also means in this moment, everyone else does as well. Everyone else is resting in God, even though their thoughts, their mind, might be in turmoil, might be in chaos, might be whatever. What we do, we refuse to make it real. We don't put form over content. The form that you're presenting might be one that is not at peace, not at rest. That is one of that looks as if we cannot forgive it. But that's not reality itself. In reality, in the present moment, nothing yet has occurred. Nothing will occur. Just this moment where everything is occurring. Does that make sense? So, paragraph 3, I rest in God, completely undismayed. This thought will carry you through storms and strife, past misery and pain, past loss and death, and onward to the eternity of God. There is no suffering it cannot heal. There is no problem that it cannot solve, and no appearance but will turn to truth before the eyes of you who rest in God. Let's see. M says, It was easier for me to say M than it was to say Dude, where do you live? I live in the United States on the East Coast. State of Maryland. Beautiful little state. Maryland's got everything you need, especially where I live. Want to go to the mountains? I'm about 45 minutes to an hour away. I can be on the Appalachian Trail probably in about an hour, maybe a little over, depending on traffic. I can be on the Chesapeake Bay in about 30 minutes. I can be in Washington, D.C. in about 30 minutes. I can be in Baltimore in about 20. I can be in the ocean, at the ocean, in about 2, maybe 3 hours. Ocean's a little bit farther away, depending on how I choose to get there. So, lesson 109, I rest in God. In Him, capital H. You have no cares and no concerns, no burdens, no anxiety, no pain, no fear of future, and no past regrets. In timelessness you rest, while time goes by without its touch upon you. For your rest can never change in any way at all. You rest today. And as you close your eyes, sink into stillness. Let these periods of rest and respite reassure your mind that all its frantic fantasies were but the dreams of fever that has passed away. Let it be still and thankful, accepting its healing. No more fearful dreams will come now that you rest in God. Take time today to slip away from your dreams and into peace. Imagine if, for 1 minute, every hour that you're awake today, You paused, took a breath, mindful of the in-breath, mindful of the out-breath. Breathing in, I rest in God. Breathing out, I surrender to the present moment. And just stay there until the next breath comes. One breath, several times a day. One breath where you literally breathe in, I rest in God, and breathe out, surrendering to the present moment. See what happens. Take one mindful breath each hour of the day. Set a little alarm on your phone on the hour and see what happens. When you rest in God, you are literally saying, there's only this present moment. And that's what God is beyond concept. Just this present moment. Try it. Come back later today. Let me know how it works. We're going to end the live stream a little bit early. I'm going to do a long run walk today. It's supposed to be an easier recovery day, so I'm going to go out and I'm going to do about 5 miles, I think. Bring my camera. As well, as busy as you might be, and you know what? We live in a busy world. That's what makes the world, is our busyness. But when you take that one breath, when you choose to rest in peace today, quiet and unafraid, as it says in lesson 109, each brother comes to take his rest and offer it to you. So that means you take that breath. Breathing in, I rest in God. Breathing out, I surrender to this moment. All who come on to you, all who come upon you, all who are there. Sorry, my cat's coming in. You're offering this sanctuary. You're offering this place to rest. So we rest together here, for thus our rest is made complete. And what we give today, we have received already. When we give ourselves rest, when we give that rest, that sanctuary to others, they offer it to you as well. All right. So it seems like today's conversation was just about lesson 109, which works for me. Anyone here still with me? Quiet morning. It's almost 5:15. I'll go ahead and end the conversation in just a minute. I hope anyone who is here, anyone who has stumbled upon the chat, I hope that maybe you could just give yourself that reminder that you rest with God. Resting with God is just another way of saying, I rest in this present moment. Hey, Tandra. Tandra's support channel is here. What's the update? What's the update for this morning? Hey, Pokemon. Pokemon says, good morning, my friend. Good to see you. It's good to see you, too. Man, that's awesome. 2655. What a huge jump. And it's not even counting all of them. Don't laugh at me, guys. I'm using a calculator. 345 watch hours left to get to 3,000. 5 days being held. So you know, Tandra's putting in a huge amount of times in her restreams every day. Hey, Cat and Jack. So you know, at the very, very least, with 5 days being held, that 45 on my little calculator, that 345, that 45 is taken care of. Tanya says have 3 days 60 jump and 190 day and last 4 days. Awesome. So we know it's under 300 right now. End of the week. Time to keep doing what you're doing. It's only Tuesday. By Monday, by next Monday, you're there. End of the week, we'll count end of the week as Sunday, right? Or it could happen sooner. And Kelly, Tony says, yes, I'm live again. Is it still the we have takeoff? You hear that, guys? We have takeoff. Tandra, you are up. I see our friend Bushka is there. I appreciate you coming in your support channel, Tandra. And I see we have Pokemon there. Pokemon, I appreciate you coming in to say hi too. I appreciate you being there supporting Tandra. So let's wrap it up. Not the conversation, although we're going to wrap that up too. But let's wrap it up with Tandra and Kelly, who is Daisy May. And, you know, again, that doesn't mean Cat and Jack. I don't know if, I don't remember if you heard my movie suggestion of L.A. Story. Steve Martin. It came out in the early 90s, I believe. I think you might really like it. It's a sweet-hearted movie. The Dumb Frog says, yo, it's been a while. It has been a while. How you been? Tanya says, thanks, Yogi. Absolutely, my friend. Dumb Frog's been great. So you know what? Getting someone to the watch hours, does that mean that we abandon the channel? It means we shift the focus. Now it's not about watch hours. It's about sharing them out. It's about helping them build more subscriber base. And, you know, now it shifts to quality over quantity, if that makes sense. Our friend Food from Afar, Martine, she could use some watch hours too. Sherry, you'll know Sherry if you hang out with Nature's Dog Realm or Daisy May. She was, I believe she's under 200. So we could help her as well. Tanya says, this takeoff is from back from my holiday a couple of days ago. Nice. Dumb Frog says, I was streaming a couple of days ago. Or was it a couple hours ago? Sorry. A couple hours ago. I'm sorry I missed you, Dumb Frog. My cat is reminding me that I have to go eat in a minute. I'm doing a long run walk today. Do a little bit of running, a little bit of walking until the distance is over. Going to do about 5 miles. Taking my camera with me. I want to get out right before the sun's coming up so I can catch the sunrise. It's a magical time of the day. In the yogic tradition, it's called Brahma Muhurta, the hours of God. This is when some animals are waking up, other animals are retiring for the day. So I catch them going back and forth. So with that said, guys, I'm going to head off. Let's get Tandra there. Let's put her over the finish line. Let's get Daisy May and everyone else who needs it. And guys, if there is something, if there is something that you need, if you're building your channel, What can we do to help? Let's see. Dumb Frog says, I call it TFLR. Try, fail, learn, repeat. Nice. I like that. I like that. That's what my stream was. Tundra says, thanks, Yogi. Catch you later. Thanks, Tundra. All right, guys. I'm going to go make some oatmeal. I will see everyone later. Thanks for popping in. Very much appreciate it. Frog says, bye. Bye, my friend. See y'all later.